Okay,
Interesting.
I'm listening.
Go on. So, welcome back to the adventures. How are you and her friends? Currently, Yashka Grabazmuk. And I think we are in the Thieves Guild Cavern. The Thieves Hideout in Aldenshaw. Just done.
Certain Nelfin wants to build a hidden club in the cellar of the house, and obviously plans to establish a new Thieves Guild base there. In about half a week the club will be finished, and I will get my share of the profits, as well as a possible source of Thieves Guild jobs.
So this is a nice new thing in the Read Aloud mod. I think it's finally working as expected, where you can set the journal so you read automatically the last journal entry, so you can get the last thing you did. Enable long click and last journal entry. So this is the one I like to set. Let me check one thing, if we are sounds working correctly. I think so. Last time I had a wrong setting for the microphone, so it was too loud, but now it should be a decent level. But let me know if it sounds too loud. Anyway, so I think I am near to release updates for this mod and other mods which are working in a great synergy with this one. The journal one and this one are really working well together. There are some options that I really like and can make playing with a lot of quest mods enabled much easier, at least in my experience. So I think they are pretty good for this reason. So when you want to quest now, it's faster, the sorting, and also you can choose to have much more useful information about the quest. So say you are like me and have a super big quest mod, a number, and you want to find what to do and things you started a while ago you don't remember and so on. You can set this kind of option, so when you hover over a quest name you see the number of the plugin in the loading order, and you have messages about who you talked to about that quest, the last entry of the quest, probably the last one you did, and then if you want you can also have the current journal index about the quest, and then the plugin name and the other. Anything can be enabled or disabled, but I think the last people you talk to about the quest and the last journal entry are super useful, because you can really find last thing you do about the quest and last people you talked while doing the quest, and this is pretty useful because you know who you talk to and where they are currently, so pretty useful. And also you can read the entries with read aloud. So for instance, we are doing this quest for Aldenshaw, and it works also with other mods like the one by which you can choose a different color for the current quest, because it used the shift key and I'm using the alt key, the control key, so there is no conflict. The mods have been made to work together. But all in all, I'm pretty happy about how it is shaping this mod. It is also powerful because you don't only see the last or one of the last people who you talk to about a quest. If the quest has multiple people who you talk to, you can see the list of them, so pretty useful. Anyway, let's see how it works. We are here with Yashka, I think. Have various things to do, but honestly we still need to start the main quest. But now we are member on this. We will become members of the guild when we manage to buy this. Oh, we already did manage to buy this. Then we have to wait for the new guild base to be built in a cavern under the new house, I think. Anyway, time to...
I'm a busy gal, so if you could hurry this up.
Do something else.
If I ever...
And that fire shield is pretty nice. Okay, so let's see. We have to deliver money to the soldiers in Fort Mumot, but we don't have money anymore. So it will have to wait. Let's read about it.
21 Last Seed, Day 6. Elda Fire thanked me for clearing out the smuggler's cave and paid her taxes to me. I gave Elda Fire's taxes to Socucius Urgala. He allowed me to use the house of the late foreign Gilith as a census and excise office member. 21 Last Seed, Day 6. Gilith killed processes. Of this there is no doubt. He admits to it openly, and seems not in the least bit ashamed of it. Gilith contends that Processes was corrupt, as are all the employees in the Census and Excise office.
Oh, and we have also
He
this
claims that
one.
Census was 20 last seed, day 5. I met a guy called Bert Sagbottom in Sedonin who said he was the Sublime Toe Master, whatever that is. Still, he looked harmless enough. Well, for better or worse, I joined Bert Sagbottom's guild, so onward we go to fame and glory. Yeah, right. Bert Haas asked me to go to the house of his friend Itten in Balmora to ask for a loan of a book. Go borrow a book. Wow, this sure is adventuring hero style. Not 21 last seed.
Okay, so
day 6.
basically we have another quest to do in Balmora, so it could be a good idea just to reach Balmora. Oh, and we have also our friend Spot. Ooh, and a mother crab attacking. Diseased. We don't want to touch it. Where is Yashka? Oh, we have Yashka here. Oh, and Yashka should be able to grab this, in theory, if she is not full.
We taking a break or something?
She's already full. Oh, I also did some fixes, some new things to the companion mod. Giving the last test, but it's working better now. Something like calculating how much weight the companion has and other things. We are now encumbered. Now I need Yashka to take this thing. She doesn't want to do.
You okay, she are you, Ren?
Because she's already encumbered. And I must help her. Like some book. Too many.
Great, the Fila Thirling.
I don't care for those elves.
I already opened this thing. Let's see if we are able to do a simple potion. We are still super low level. Hello Avatar, it's good. I'm mostly testing some tweaks to free mods that I will update in a short time, and I think they start working very well. But you have to play, and you have to play with a lot of mods enabled to be sure, because conflicts usually are triggered only playing with a lot of mods. And this build is using a lot of mods. We have a long list. I can show the list thanks to another very useful mod, which is called mod list. And one of the things that new people play Morrowind oftentimes ignore is that if you want help, you have to post your loading order, which is not your loading list. It is the order by which the game is loading your plugins, because this kind of order is what decides about potential conflict, what of the two conflicting mods is going to win. And so it's important that it is the real loading order. So if you just post a list of your plugins, it doesn't really help about doing some debug of this loading order. So it's important to learn how to post it. So you can use this, you can use mesh, you can use MLOX, but you must use something able to write a real loading order. And this mod is also the one so far which is listing also not only the standard loading list with the standard plugins, but also your loaded MWSC Lua mods, which are the folders usually where the main Lua mod is. But as you can see, a lot of people using the Lua mods are using hundreds of them without realizing, because usually you don't know how many you are. And this is also very useful if you have problems with the Lua mods, conflict with them. Hello Bora. And so if you need help and you go to the forums or especially to the Discord Morrowind channel, it's much easier to find help if you post this kind of list. So from this mod, if you are using MWSC Lua, or from Mesh or Mlocks, you must learn how to do that. Okay, I can show you pretty fast how to do it as we are talking about it, but basically let me show you. Okay, if you have a version of Mesh, I'm using an old version, so the command is only in the Saves tab, but if you have a new version, you have a command here. So you go to the Mods tab, right click, and you have a command to copy the loading order. More old version of Mesh like this one, you can do the same thing from the Saves tab. You choose your save and right click over the file header in the list of the master's file. So right click has a lot of standard Mesh commands. You have a menu and you choose copy list. When you choose copy list, you have the loading order that you can just paste anywhere in a forum, in a Discord, and this is the real loading order, which is this one where the ESM files are loaded first. List that you can copy and paste from other mod managers are not the real loading order, because the files are listed in the order you installed the mod package, for instance, but that is not the loading order of the mod files. And it is the loading order of these mods which is deciding how the conflicts are managed by the game. A loading order is the same order by which the real game is loading all these plugins. So it's important to show that one if you want help. So having said that, we can probably keep on playing. So I will hide again this thing. And this is for the mod. I think that there will be a very big difference between the Lua version that will be present in Open Morrowind and the one which is implemented in the standard engine. For this main reason, my impression is that the Open Morrowind 1 is based on being for multiplayer, so based on the server side of the application. So I don't think that they will be in any way similar, apart from using Lua as a language, but how they are organized, I don't think they will have much similarities. So I don't think that porting things will be easy, and I don't know. It's too soon to imagine if it is worth to invest the time to learn a completely new system, and probably a system that is not able to do the same things. It will be able to do other things, but I don't know. Too soon to say something about it. Honestly, as it is now, I don't see any reason to invest then big time needed to learn how to use a new thing. Because at present, the one thing that Open Morrowind is doing better for me is having a map that you can scroll. This is the one thing that is a world map that you can scroll and see all the even bigger than this one. This is one thing. The rest, I don't see why to use Open Morrowind. For me, it's just something not needed, and so I don't think I will invest any time to learn that kind of scripting, but maybe someone else will do. Hello Farno. A lot of people from how can I say it? Turkey, is it correct? I think that's a pronunciation, but you know, my English is not so good. That's one of the reasons why I did this mod, because this way I can be lazy
Build a hidden club in the cellar
and
of the house.
have share you
Obviously
read for me.
plans to establish a new
Oh,
thieves guild
Belgium.
base there.
I know that. Probably a little better. Anyway. Uh-oh, I need some feather, but I don't have it. Water walking. And I have a mod which is adding soaking wet when I take a bath, so it doesn't work well when I'm full of loot like this. I have this thing, luckily, should help. Okay, but the plan now is to go try and go to Balmora, I think. We are done in Aldenshaw. Oh, but I need to drop something. Oh, I could try selling something. That's an option. That should be... oh. An armorer. Hello.
New to this town, eh? Well, there isn't much here, so you can't get lost.
Not happy to see us. Okay, we could sell something maybe from Yashka. Where is Yashka?
Point the way, Shiaryu Ren.
This...
Do you want something?
Let's try and barter something.
Thank you. Please come again. And I think there's a, I don't know if it's a bug of some kind of conflicts, but that beautiful fire shield effect every now and then is making a sort of effect, fire effect preceding the player for some reason. It's a little funny, but still very nice. Okay, so I think I'll try to get the Strider. Or we could try and reach Caldera, but I want to take the Strider.
Where would you like to go?
I don't think our friend here can follow using the scenic travel because he's a little big. So I will ask Sport to stay.
You must be new to town. I remember everyone who has traveled with me, but I do not recall your face before. I'm Dargami Hlaren, and I manage the Silt Strider port here. Are you traveling today? If so, you may be interested in my destination. I can take you by Silt Strider from Sidonim to Balmora, Vivek, Nissus, and Saran. Balmora. It is the thriving capital of Great House Hlalo, located in the southernmost reach of the West Gash. Although Vivek certainly has more to offer, many visitors to that great city are overwhelmed by its sprawl and feel more comfortable in Balmora. The latter has much to offer, so unless you are in need of a service provided by a particular faction, Balmora will have anything you require.
Okay, let's try and go
My
to
Silt Strider
Balmora.
can take you from Sidonim to Balmora, Vivek, Nissus, and Saran. What about a scenic trip?
Oh, we have a question about Dungeons and Dragons or any FRP. I don't know what FRP means. Sorry. If it is something like RPG, I don't know. But I played a lot of RPG games. Not real RPG games, computer RPG games, mostly. But yes, a lot of them. Starting, I think, with things like the Ultima series and very old games like that. And about Dungeons and Dragons, I think the first one I played was I don't remember honestly, but a very old one. Anyway, let's go and...
Valmora, 1-4 GP.
So in theory, Yashka should follow. She's doing it more or less. Frame rate is a little stressed, but it works. Like Todd used to say, but as you can see, this shield is really making strange effects. Every now and then some particles are going to the side. I think it's some kind of glitch with the position of the camera when it is not centered on the player, but nothing really so bad. And we have a bot going that way. The Xenarian manor in the background, that's a beautiful house. Oh, fantasy role-playing. I don't know. I think most RPGs are mostly fantasy inspired, like the Dungeons and Dragons or other franchisee, how is it called? I think that the first one I play, the Ultima series, the I don't remember the name of that one, but then the Wizardry series, Might and Magic, so very old things. And lately, I think I preferred, my preferred ones are probably the Baldur's Gate series. Lately, I like a lot the Pillars of Eternity, especially that one. I managed also to win the super difficult level in the latest one, the Pillars 2. So I like them a lot. Ooh, over there! Look at that! Where is that fire effect running? Incredible! That's real fun. But anyway, we mostly managed to reach Balmora without crashing, and this is a real big news, because I'm stressing the setup very much, because a lot of mods and also while streaming I'm taxing my computer. Is not a super powerful one, so not crashing is already a big thing. And we are in a big, beautiful Balmora. But anyway, if you want to see me playing other RPGs other than Morrowind in my YouTube channel, you can find a lot of videos about the other game that I stream every now and then, which is Pillars of Eternity 2. And if you're interested in that game and in some of the most difficult challenges that you can have with that game, it could be interesting to watch those videos, because I try also to explain some dirty tricks that you have to use if you want to try the maximum difficulty, which is the ultimate challenge. But even not trying that, that game has such a big number of options you can choose, difficulty options you can choose to use to completely change how you play the game. So the replayability of the game is super interesting, because each one of these Magron Fires challenges that you can switch on or off is creating completely new difficulty and completely new playthrough tactics. So it's pretty interesting. It's a game that, if you like it, it will last for years, like Morrowind, in a completely different way, because Morrowind is more atmosphere, exploration and mods. That game is tactics and understanding the mechanics and what's behind, and try to also to win the more difficult challenges. Also how to cheat to win them. But anyway, we are in Balmora. It's raining, not good, but we need to
Certain Nelfin wants to build a hidden club
reach Chaos Gonzalez, and
obviously plans to establish a new Thieves Guild base there.
we have a
In
mission
about half a
for
week, the club will be finished,
the Five
and I will
Doors
get
Guild.
my share of the profits, as
If
well
I
as
recall
a possible
correctly.
source of Thieves Guild jobs.
This one. We must talk with Aitan and ask about the book. And this mission is normally not so hard, but it is especially hard for a low-level character in this kind of super-modded setup, because basically, we will see if we manage to talk with this item. But first we need to find Chaos Gonzalez. And we already know, because, okay, where he is, but we will do the thing like... Oh, what's that? Like a new player. So we will go where we have been told to go. There should be...
Shiaryu Ren.
directions.
You have been given these directions in a package of documents. Do not show them to anyone. Do not attempt to read the documents in the package. The package has been sealed, and your tampering will be discovered and punished. Follow these directions. Proceed to the town of Balmora in Vardenfell district. Report to a man named Caius Cosadas. He will be your superior and patron. You will follow his orders. His residence is not known, but ask at the corner club called South Wall.
Okay, corner club, South Wall. Need to find where this thing is.
I am an officer of House Swallow and Imperial Law. South Wall. South Wall is a working-class corner club in Balmora, east of O'Day River, on the south end of Labour Street, owned by Bacala Claus Sayus. Bakula Clausius is the owner and proprietor
There's
of
some
South Wall, a
glitch in the
working-class
pronunciation
Balmora
here.
east of the Ode River.
We take a note. Fix. It's very difficult to make standard voices spell correctly every word, but some of them.
Ode. The river Ode flows through the center of Balmora to the coast near La Ode.
Okay, so the river is there. And we must go to the east of the river.
South Wall Corner Club. Due to a change in policy, all requested merchandise must now be picked up here. Home deliveries will no longer. The St. Dylan Inquirer. The St. Dylan Inquirer. My vow is currently in the possession of some acquaintances in Olamusa, northwest of Pelagiad. I would like someone to go and retrieve said vow.
Oh, and this is
no longer in a position where I may travel there.
a nice new things about the journal mod.
On return of the item. Arathor.
You have this option. Well, you can have the name information of the quest when your journal advances. So instead of having the usual message like your journal has been updated, you have something like you take a note on your journal about the Antabolis informant sections, so you can remember that. What mod are those trees? Trees here are mostly from Velites, Bitter Coast trees mod, which is an old one, but still, I think, unique mod, adding those kind of swamp trees to the area of Sidanin, and also there's a plugin to add them to Balmora too. And I like Balmora with all these kind of trees, like a continuation of the flora that you find in the Sidanin area, because they make a lot of shadows, and it looks like a continuation of that area. Balmora means stone forest, something like that. And maybe the forest part is also made by trees. So there's stones and also trees. But this is just an excuse for a lore thing, but in reality I just like the trees. So. And where to find that mod? Probably you can find on the Nexus some copy of it, or on Fligerty, a modding history. but probably it's also on the Nexus. Okay, we have a quest here. My bow is currently in the possession, so we take the note and maybe
It has come to our
we will.
attention that the Dmer ruins of Arndhand, just east of Balmora on the road to Malagmar, have become inhabited by bandits. We advise all travelers to refrain from using that path until we can send a detachment to clear it out. Larius Vero, champion of the Moon Moth Legion garrison.
Okay, this is not really a quest, just an advice.
Yes, Breton. What can this humble background? Havacy is how you say, an entrepreneur? Always on the lookout for opportunities, for good business. Why does the Breton ask? Requirements. All this one required, Thieves Guild. Why does Enchanted Blade ask Sugar Lips Havacy? Maybe she thinks to join Thieves Guild? Advancement. I don't know what you're suggesting, Breton.
She doesn't know. One thing about the voice mod, the read aloud mod, I have been requested to make it work with different voices for the various races. It can work like this, but honestly, if you are not lucky and have good quality voices both for male and female, I think it's better just to choose one decent voice and play with always with the player voice, because you can use the different pitch and speed for the different races, but it doesn't sound very well, especially with one of the voices of worse quality. For instance, in my setup I have a decent voice for the females, but the male voice is really bad compared to that one, so it doesn't. I will let you hear how it sounds, but not so good.
Right. In a tavern, you gotta do tavern games, right? How about an arm wrestling match?
Sorry.
Show me what you got. She are you Ren?
Yashka is an orc female.
Arm wrestling. Come on, it'll be fun. For me, anyway. Cause nobody beats me at arm wrestling.
Okay, that's right.
Ha, alright. She slams her elbow down on a nearby table and lifts her hand up. Let's go. Show me what those Breton arms of yours can do. Grab her hand and get ready.
Ooh.
And go. You barely get a chance to put up any resistance at all before Yashka slams your arm down onto the table. Ack. Wow, that was so pathetic. I feel kinda bad for you. Are you like sick or something? Have you been eating enough? I thought you were stronger than that. You take a note in your journal under section Yashka.
So as you can see, there's a nice synergy between the mod to read the text and the journal mod, which is giving you information about the section, the name of the quest where you are writing the journal. And the journal is also reading your last entry.
Hard to beat an orc at a game like that.
So we have basically two mods interacting each other, I think, in a pretty nice way. And to play them you need MWSLUA. No open Morrowind, sorry. Anyway, we are here to ask about Chaos Cazades to someone called Bacolas. And the red guy, we don't know the
Do
name.
you want something?
Here is your example of male voice. A red guy male, as you can hear, doesn't sound so
Latest
good.
rumors.
I heard that Drill's Rindo and Nalisturo are fighting over the lucky lockup. They want to drink there without seeing each other.
So
You take a note in your journal under section QOTW, Bar Wars.
personally, I prefer to play just with the best voice I have available, which is the female one. But if you want to do it, you can choose to play also with different voices using both the male and female voices in your setup. One of the two will be lower quality, probably, but still you can hear things. And for people having problem reading the giant text walls that Morrowind is giving you, especially with the quest mod, it could be a solution, because I think that there was an application doing more or less the same thing, but it works injecting some code that a lot of antiviruses have problem tolerating. Also, I don't know. It seems a little safer to use Lua and MWSE because they are source is there for anybody to see it and so on. And also they are not triggering antivirus problems so far. So anyway, I think I will set up again my preferred voice, which is just the voice of my character reading everything using only the player voice.
Thieves Guild. I don't trust you enough to talk about that. Background. I'm caked. I do a little of this, a little of that.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, maybe he's the one. And I know he's an Imperial. I don't know anything else for now, because I have the QQQBBB mod, which is hiding this kind of information until we talk
Good
with
day.
him.
I'm Bakala Klaus Sayus, publican of the South Wall here in Balmora. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can also tell you where to look for other services, or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I may be able to help.
And we are looking for Chaos
Chaos
Gonzalez.
Delivery for him, Ed. Old Chaos rents a little bed and basket just up the hill on the north edge of town. Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace, then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs and down to the end of the street. You take a note in your journal under section Report to Chaos Cosadas.
And so, are you being told to not do something? Probably will try to do. Right, that. And go out here. Doesn't change a lot. Maybe we can get this. We are not hidden. But out of curiosity, let's see. Not much here. Not sure I can take things. Probably we can, but I don't know to try. So, we must go up those stairs. Oh, and we have new things here. Okay, up the stairs. Where is Yashka? Yashka is still... Oh, here she is. She's not very lucky while trying to harvesting plants.
A night at the South Wall Corner Club is a night you'll never forget. Our Mazdi and crumpets taste better and last longer than any in Balmora. And there is always a wench to keep you company. KS. Many thanks for your time and generosity. Your kind words of Ebonheart will guide this caveat on the journey home. Mint Tail.
And this is a sort of a hint about a new available quest. Some mint tail probably we can find in Ebonheart.
Any time now.
The War of the First Council. This account by the Imperial Scholar Agrippa Fund Ilias is based on various Imperial and Dunmer sources, and written for Western readers. The War of
Oh,
the First
and
Council.
also another interesting thing. This mod has been updated. So, like requested now, well, you can choose a multiplier for the time you spend while reading. So you can multiply for a big number and spend instead of the real time seconds you are using to read, can multiply it how you want. I think about assuming you're using the standard very fast game time, which is 30, I think, and then you can multiply by some factor, like instead of spending seconds you spend minutes and so on, but it's a big number. So I think personally, I think it's better if you play at about 10 times scale, or I would multiply by 10, something like that, or a little more. And also this setting is basically you can decide that after you read for a number of seconds your speechcraft improves a little from reading. This is a very recent request that I had for the mod on the Nexus, and I think it's not bad, so I have added this thing. And you can also change this, so it can become something very fast. Oh, and 0 means it is not enabled, so you can just do that. But personally, I think that about 90 or 100 seconds it's enough to read the number of pages in a book. But again, it's something you can tweak as you like it. But we are here to talk with this strange Imperial with no shirt.
What? Yes. I'm Caius Cosadas. But, what do you mean? You were told to report to Caius Cosadas. Report to Caius Cosadas. So, you say your name is Shiaru Ren, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Very interesting. So, it says here the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades. And that means you will be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Shiaru Ren? Package for Caius Cosadas has been removed from your inventory. Yes. Good. Welcome to the service, Novice Shiaru Ren. Now you belong to the Blades. We're the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our Blades trainers now. Or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. But don't forget to visit the Blades trainers. You take a note in your journal under section Report to Caius Cosadas. Report to Caius Cosadas. So, Shiaru Ren, are you looking for orders? Or Caius Cosadas? I'm the Imperial Spy Master for Morrowind. And, since I'm the ranking Blades agent in Morrowind, you report to me. You, Alone the scout can usually be found at Aril's trade house in Sidanim. You know where that is. You arrived, Blades trainers. These Blades agents offer training, not free, of course, but cheap for a fellow agent. Look for Rithleen, Tyre Malin, and Nine Toes here in Balmora. In Caldera, see Surain Li Orian. In Al Dirun, see Gildan. Shorvar Horsemouth lives in a hut west of Al Dirun. And Alone the scout can be found at Aril's Rithleen.
Okay, so
Warrior Rithleen lives 2 houses south, upstairs.
Cherry doesn't like a lot to train. She likes to train by real training, by fighting, by learning. But maybe this trainer in Balmora can be useful or other things.
Orders. First thing, Pilgrim. You're new. And you look it. Here's 200 drakes. Go get yourself a decent weapon. Or armor. Or a spell. And second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild, or Mages Guild, or Imperial Cult, or Imperial Legion, advance in the ranks, gain skill and experience. Or go out on your own, look for freelance work, or trouble. Then, when you're ready, come back, and I'll have orders for you. You take a note in your journal under section Report to Caius Cosadas. 200 gold has been added to your inventory. Freelance work. You can always just wander around and ask for work.
Okay, we will not wait, we will ask for orders, see.
For orders? Good. There are 2 ways we can go about this. Either you go talk to Hasfat Antabalis at the Balmora Fighters Guild. Ask him what he knows about the Narivaran secret cult and the 6th house secret cult. You'll have to do him a favor first. Probably an ugly favor. But do it. Then get the information from Antabalis and report back to me. Then there's the second option, but that's a spot of trouble I'll only bother you with if you're feeling up for it.
So this second option is an alternative quest, but it's not really alternative because you can do both. You can do the standard quest and go on with that, but this second option will remain available. It could be interesting if you want to, if you know the game already and want to try a different approach. But basically this quest is sending you to the island of Strossam K, and we already played, I think, in one of the old streams how it works. It's a pretty nice new landmass mod, and it is the one made, I think, in a real exterior island. There are two mods currently making Strossam K island. One is in an interior like exterior place, and one is in a real island, and this is the second one. Probably I like the second one a little more, at least from architecture and new meshes and generally the look of it. I think they did something really incredible, but also the first one is great. They are not finished, they have very few quests, but they are still very worth playing. But for now we will do things the standard way. We can talk about the second option.
Well, remember, this is you asking me. I'll not send you on this one unless you don't mind a fair bit of legwork, some nosing around, and can stomach a few months at sea. It's a bit out of the way, but the Emperor says you are at my disposal, so I'll dispose of you as I see fit. This option will give me some time to ponder recent developments without having you in my hair. If you are interested, go talk to Alone and see Dawnine. Ask her about Acmus. Tell her I sent you. You take a note in your journal under section TES3A, Agent Acmus. Acmus. Acmus is, or perhaps was, what you call a courier agent. A member of the Blades, just like you. But I believe I sent you to Alone in that matter. Go talk to her about it. Hasfat Antabalis. He's drill master of the Balma. Orders. Ready for orders? Good. By the way, Hasfat is a student of Morrowind history. Take the chance to get a little education. And I have a few history books in here. Help yourself. You're welcome to them. No point in being part of history if you're too ignorant to understand it. You take a note in your journal under section Antabalis Informant.
Okay, so we start the normal class, we get this book, I think, for now. So I will test if it works. We have a new book, in theory. We should have it. I don't see it. Well, let's try any book. So I want to check if the mod works. So this one. Let's say we want to get an increase in the skill after a few seconds, just to be sure it can work. And we enable the log. So now in theory I can try to read the book. Let me check my speechcraft is 17 currently. Just started 70 with 8 points. Okay, 70 and 8 points. Let's try. Read this book.
Ancestors in the Dunmer.
As you can see, I am
walk among them, the departed spirits of the Dunmerry, and
storing
perhaps
the
those
end
of
of
all
time.
races, persist after death. The knowledge and power of departed ancestors benefits the bloodlines of Dunmerry houses. The bond between the living family members and immortal ancestors is partly blood, partly ritual, partly volitional. A member brought into the house through marriage binds himself through ritual and oath into the clan, and gains communication and benefits from the clan's ancestors. However, his access to the ancestors is less than his offspring, and he retains some access to the ancestors of his own bloodline. The family shrine. Each residence has a family shrine. In poorer homes, it may be no more than a hearth or alcove where family relics are displayed and venerated. In wealthy homes, a room is set aside for the use of the ancestors. This shrine is called the waiting door, and represents the door to oblivion.
So we read the page
Members pay their respects to
and
their
close. I
ancestors
think
through
that's enough
sacrifice
time
and prayer, through
because
oaths
we have
sworn
set
upon
it up
duties, and through reports
this
on
way
the
to
affairs
test
of
the mod.
family.
And as you can see, we have spent about 80 seconds. So this is the time that will pass, and we have improved our speechcraft skill a little, about 7 points, but the mod is working as expected, so pretty good. It's a simple mod compared to other mods, but I think it does what it needs to do. And so I will set up generally about 90 or couple minutes to improve speechcraft a little by reading, and the time passed 10 times the scale. Basically I will choose the same game multiplier that I have for the real-time game time, but the slider allow you to choose a bigger number, so you can select things also in a different way. And
Are you here to discuss your orders? Are you Ren?
let's talk about the blades out of
We're
curiosity.
spies. We're the Emperor's hidden eyes and ears in the provinces. Orders. Get the information about the Nriveran secret cult.
Okay, we must talk with
Hasfat and Tavalis.
Asphalt.
He's drill master of the Balmora Fighters Guild. He's lived in Morrowind all his life, knows the natives, and talks a lot with backcountry mercenaries. Yashka. A bodyguard, eh? Fine. If she is loyal to you, then she will serve the blades as well.
Okay, so Chaos likes Yashka. That's good.
Tyre Malin. Healer Tyre Malin lives 2 houses south, downstairs.
Ah, okay, nearby.
Surain Li Orian. Mage Surain Li Orian is in Caldera, the next town north. Shorvar Horsemouth. Master at Arms Shorvar Horsemouth lives in a Gur herder's hut in the middle of nowhere west of Caldera. I've only been there
Okay.
once, 6th house. A trusted informant says they're a secret cult associated with some strange events recently, and, more important, my informant thinks these recent disturbances are related in some way to the Nriveran prophecies. The illiterate Ashlanders pass down their customs and history in the form of poetic verses. Among the things they preserve in verse are the dreams and prophetic visions of their wise women. 9 toes. To get to Hunter 9 toes, leave my door facing south. Go right, down the steps, then turn left and head south, looking for his door on your left.
Okay, not easy to follow this one. Okay, south. Alright, down the steps. Left, south. Ah, okay, more or less. And we have also
Gildan. Nightblade Gildan lives in Al Dirun, the
no.
Redoran district seat north of here, beyond Caldera. Balvin Venom. House Redoran's current Archmaster Balvin Venom is somewhat unscrupulous for a Redoran. Few among the rest of the Redoran hierarchy actually like him, though I understand many of the junior ranks do.
Okay, let's try and visit some of these blades nearby.
Wad day on need, she are you Ren.
And I'm knocking because it would be normally closed, but I am a blade member, so I knock and they open.
I'm Rithleen. And you are?
So I have extended, I think, the base mod doing the knock knock, which is by Archimaestro Antares, I think, to work also with some other guilds. Originally, I think it worked with the Mages Guild, or the Fighters Guild maybe, but I have extended it to work also with some other factions like the Blades. And I'm looking for
Blades trainers.
Blade
Yes.
trainers.
We aren't trying to make a profit off our fellow blades, and as you rise in rank, your discount increases. Still, we have to live, and training isn't cheap. Well, basic skill training, if you don't know very
Okay,
much,
but
can be
she's
pretty
giving
cheap.
us
But advanced skill training,
a couple
for
of
example, in your major specialties, that can get expensive. Here. I don't use this cuirass and helm anymore. Maybe you can get a few drakes for it. Caius Cosadas. Caius Cosadas appears to have a serious moon sugar addiction. I say appears, because it's his cover. You think the Empire would really let a skooma addict be their spy master? Not hardly. I respect him. You should too. But don't give him a reason to get upset with you or doubt your loyalty either. Just a friendly bit of advice from blade to blade. Little secret. There's more brave men, good men, and vile men than women, sure. But we've got more range than they've got. Latest rumors. I'm just a courier. Delivery girl. Follow orders and get paid. Blades trainers. Yes, I offer training, Valmora. I live here, but since I travel a lot I'm not often living here. Background. Most blades don't like to talk about their backgrounds, Shi'ar Ren. Habit and a sense of self-preservation.
Okay. And a book.
The Mirror by Bertie Arians.
Ooh, skill book.
The wind blew over the open plain, jostling the few trees within to move back and forth with the irritation of it. A young man in bright green turban approached the army and gave his chieftain's terms for peace to the
And so
commander.
you could read the
But
book,
what brings you here, friend?
but we will try and
We're stopping. What is it?
Yashka carry this thing for us. I know it's super heavy. Let's see if she's going to become over encumbered, maybe. I hate those kind of helmets, but can sell it probably. And this door could be another blade member. Yeah, I have one.
My name is Tyre Malin. My native habitat is the city. In it I toil not, neither do I spin. I am essential to the city, as ants to a picnic, as the cliff racer to a niche farm. Blades trainers. Basic skill training is cheap, rather like most people's wit. We give you discounts for higher rank in the blades, and we keep our prices low.
And we got an
Advanced
alembic.
training is never cheap, even from us. Caius Cosadas. Caius understands me better than most non-Altmer. Being a blade is a refuge from boredom, and within that limit he trusts me and leaves me free to do my work, supporting the other blades. Little secret. Every female is a mystery to be solved, but a female hides nothing from a true lover. Lover feels.
And this
Although
is a
there is no
long
metaphor
task
that
from
truly
the
describes
legendary
making love to a
NPCs
woman.
mod.
Latest rumors. I am just support here. I don't pay much attention to what's going on politically. Background. I know myself too well to believe in the permanence of my feelings. That icy knowledge is both horrifying and stylish. In matters of grave importance, cad. What is a cad? That is a male whose behavior, especially toward females, is considered unscrupulous, unprincipled, or dishonorable, but is charming, suave, and sophisticated while doing so. I freely admit myself to be one. South Wall. Clearly you have confused me with someone else. Specific place. In a Altmer cemetery on Somerset Isle I once saw this epitaph on a tomb: Dear world. I am leaving because I am bored. I feel I have lived long enough. Little advice. How do I, a cad, still manage to attract females?
Okay, this is a long story about
react to me in the way they do because they sense
him
that I search out the
courting,
beauty
I
that
think,
blades
Lycaria
trainers.
or Whitehaven.
Yes, I offer training. Balmora. It's an odd thing.
Oh, we could
but
use
everyone
some
who
spell.
disappears is said to be seen at Balmora. It is less boring
Let's
than
see.
most of the other cities on Vardenfell, and if you know where to look you can find certain decadent pleasures.
He has some interesting spells, but we don't have much money. For now, I think we have better other spells to learn. We now have the alembic.
We're stopping.
What kind of alembic is? Journeyman, not bad. Yashka. Could you get this one? And I think there are no more. And an interesting thing about the scenic mods, like this one, is adding these wooden passages to jump using the roofs to move around like this. So something like a thieves away. Oh, Nearly killed myself jumping down. But we got a lot of acrobatics experience this way.
Move. Exceed. Honor.
I'm sneaky because this way I gain stamina a little faster. And luckily we'll be able to cast this spell and heal a little.
Move. Exceed. Honor. Move. Exceed. Honor.
Okay, so we must find Fighters Guild. And in theory there should be another blade. I think this house. I don't remember if it is the upper one. No. No. Okay, Fighters Guild. Ooh, maybe we could explore that part. And I cannot play without this mod, which is adding the open helmets so you can see the eyes.
Bacala Clausius. Clausius? I do know the name from somewhere. Ah, yes. The proprietor of the South Wall Corner Club, I believe. I'd avoid his establishment if you have any interest in keeping hold of your purse. 9 toes. His house is in the middle row east of the River O'Day.
Middle row east. That way.
Greetings Shi'ar Ren, my master sent me to give you this message. Note from messenger has been added to your inventory.
Oh.
Background. I am Rallis Anstanis.
Okay, we have a message.
Shi'ar Ren. Meet with me at the Telvanni Council House in Sadrith Mora. I have some important matters to discuss with you. Hasina Telmatis.
And this is a note, a message from a mod. Some mod. Oh, a new build. What happens? Itan house should be this way. Closed. So I have the scheduling mod which is closing the door, and this is making that quest for the book for the Fighters Guild much more difficult, because we cannot open the door. We must be able to sneak or to hide, so we must be much higher level for that. But first we need to talk with this item. Hopefully he will be somewhere. In some club.
Don't stand about. Get moving.
Or things like this.
Welcome to Balmora, council seat of House Hlalu. Balmora. Balmora is the council seat of Great House Hlalu, and the largest town on latest rumors. House Hlalu must have a spy in Al Dirun. They...
Okay, interesting, but looking for the Fighters Guild.
R.A. Veer, traitor. Fighters Guild. Like fighting? Mercenary?
Okay. Nobody's here.
No one can match me.
What makes this smell?
I have you.
Where did I put that?
Hello, are you Ren? Yes, I do know who you are. We thought you might visit this place, this seedy hole for thieves and others with dark habits. I believe we have some interesting work for a person like yourself. Interesting work? Yes, would you like to hear about this work? Yes, I would. Excellent. At your earliest convenience, go to the Halfway Tavern in Pelagiad. There you will find a Bosmer named Samaya, whom you will greet by saying, "I wish to speak of Sanguine, my sister." Then you will learn the details of our proposal. You take a note in your journal under section to serve Scythes, a dark proposal.
And this is the starting of the quest for another mod called to South Cities, which is one of the 2 or 3 available mods about the Dark Brotherhood that you can join. And I'm playing with this one. I am tweaking it because it had a couple little conflicts with
Caius Cosadas. Interesting old fellow. Been in Balmora a long time, since before the district reorganization. Been in some trouble, but he apparently knows some. Fort Moon Moth. Fort Moon Moth is the Imperial Legion's garrison southeast of Balmora, just outside of town. Fighters Guild. Yes. This is the Fighters Guild. Edie's Fire Eye is the steward. Talk to her if you're thinking of joining the Fighters Guild.
we're thinking about that, but for now we must talk with Chaos. That could be... not Chaos, Asphalt. Sorry,
I am a
Asphalt.
drill master. I train citizens in the basics of the spear and long blade. Do you wish for a lesson? I am willing to train with weapons,
Oh,
for a fee.
interesting. But for now...
Morrowind history. I won't bore you blathering about history. That's what Chaos is for. But if you're really interested, try on Morrowind, the Imperial Province, by Iramanwi of Sunhold. I have an extra copy you can have. What an adventurer like you really needs is a sense of current events. Who hates who? Where's trouble brewing? That's where opportunity lies for an outlander like you. On Morrowind has been added to your inventory. Current events. The great houses hate each other. Theft, murder, assassination, secret raids, standard stuff. The temple is trying to kill off a rebellious faction called the Dissident Priests. Ashlander nomads raid each other, attack traders and pilgrims. A secret cult is killing off imperial citizens. All bad enough. The real problem, though, is the blight. Monsters and diseases. The natives say it comes from Red Mountain. It's been a local problem for years, but lately it's gotten badly out of control. Morrowind history. Chaos says he's fed up with heroes. The Empire keeps sending them out here to the provinces to civilize. Current events. The great houses hate each other. Theft, 6th house. You have a favor to do first.
Oh, the favor.
Then we can talk about the 6th house.
Right.
Favor. There are Dwemer ruins nearby called Arnthand. I need you to run over there and find me a little cube with a circular design and some symbols on one side. It's called a Dwemer puzzle box. Bring me back the Dwemer puzzle box, and I'll tell you what you want to know. You take a note in your journal under section Antabilis Informant. Arnthand. The old Dwemer ruins at Arnthand are extensive on the surface and underground. Head south out of town past the Siltstrider port, then cross bridges east over the Ode River. At the signpost, head north towards Caldera. Immediately on the right see a signpost for Malagmar. Turn right and head uphill on an old road to cross an ancient Dwemer bridge over Foyada Mamia. The entrance to Arnthand is on the east side of the Foyada, south of the bridge. Turn a crank on a pipe nearby to open the doors. Dwemer puzzle box. The little cube I'm looking for is about the size of a fist, maybe a little bigger. It will be made of a coppery metal. Little secret. Individuals who have changed the world never achieved their success by winning the chief citizens to their side, but always by stirring. Latest rumors. I've heard that a Dunmer by the name of Jub has been traveling around Vardenfell, killing or driving off every cliff racer he can find. If he ever managed to clean this island of them, it would be a miracle. And the temple would probably make him a saint for it.
I don't know what mod is adding these rumors, but I hope that someone will do a Jube mod, a big Jube mod, sort of integrating the lore, but making a new quest to really exterminate the cliff racers. It could be a super nice mod. I wonder why nobody tried something like that. Because in theory with you now you could do some super interesting I think also effects with the mod. And okay, this topic probably should not be here yet.
Disappearance of the dwarves. The disappearance of the dwarves predates imperial written records. Dunmer oral accounts record that the Dwemer were utterly destroyed by the gods for profane practices and impiety. Morrowind history. When we understand the events that occur to us, the events become history. History is understanding. Favor. Right. As I said, get me the Dwemer puzzle box from Arnthand,
Okay.
and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Background.
My background can wait until we are better.
Okay. Yeah.
Associate.
Fighters fighting. A nice lady here.
Go ahead.
She's
and
going
listen.
around.
Time to talk? I have a few minutes.
Admire success. That's nice to hear. Admire success. You honor me, Shiar Yu Ren. Thank you. Background. I am Luthien Morvain, Archer. Travel together. Not interested, Breton. Go hire a mercenary if you need a babysitter. You need to be level 13 before this character will agree to travel with you.
Okay, an interesting companion from MCA, but she doesn't want to babysit us. Ooh, nice lady. To
Yes,
babysit us.
Enchanted Blade, Outlander. Many Dunmers don't like newcomers arriving, Yashka. Try to keep your friend under control. Admire success. I'll take that as a compliment. Admire fail.
Ooh.
Show respect, Breton. Hi. Do you want something? Orders. The guild steward here in Balmora is Edie's Fire Eye.
Oh, she is from the Adventurous Voga mod, providing transport there. She has no, very interesting spells, but pretty costly.
You want something?
So for now, let's try and see if we manage to talk with the guild master. Because it would be good to join the guild. I don't think she's here. What time is it?
So
Here
strange
she
this
is.
place, far from the marsh.
What's your story?
You here for orders or advancement, associate? Or was there
Oh,
something
we
else
are
you
already
wanted?
members?
Fighters Guild. It's simple, Shi'ar Ren. The citizens give us duties and gold, and I pass some of them on advancement. Your talents are noteworthy, but some question your depth of devotion. Perform more to join the Fighters Guild. You are already a member of the Fighters Guild.
I don't
Shi'ar
remember joining, but no problems.
Orders. I have a very simple contract to end an infestation of cave rats. Cave rat. Go to Drarain Thela's house. It's here in Balmora, along the river on the east side. Ask her where the rats are coming from. Kill the rats and get your payment from Drarain Thela's. Report back to me once you've taken care of this.
Okay, and we are sure we are joined, and now we can use this chest. So I will ask Yashka to loot the chest. And she did it. And look at this. We have a new ladder.
So what do you want?
Welcome to Balmora, council seat of House Hlalu. How can I serve you? Background. I'm honing my skill with the spear. I needed to hunt the Horkers on Solstheim. The gutting is a foul task, but the blubber and bones fetch a great price at market. You've probably figured out I'll do anything to carve out a living on that beautiful isle. My soul is there. Unfortunately, I'm cursed with this affection that my mind breaks if I stay during winter. The lack of sunshine makes me despair, and on a few occasions I've tried to seek out Cold Harbor, but have been stopped by my fellow hunters. They joke that it would have been better if I had been bitten by the men-wolves of Solstheim rather than the sun, but during the days of the midnight sun I am at my strongest, and I disagree.
And this is added by a nice mod, adding these new apartments in various Balmora places. And it's a pretty scenic mod. Oh, we found a book, an interesting book.
The Third Door, by Ananar Orm. I sing of Elabeth, the Queen of the Axe, who could fell a full elm with 2 hatchet hacks. She could rip apart Valenwood just for her fun. She studied under Alf Hedile in Tel Arun.
Oh,
He taught her the
we have poetry here. And also... Okay, this is another nice thing. We can use the practice dummy to practice. Let's try it. Can we? Not easy.
He'll grow weak.
So that way to Balmora. Also this way. Oh, we are high. And so we have a Balmora full of trees. And there are pretty scenic views coming from the tree foliage. Frame rate is very low, but you know, my computer is starting feeling like an old one. And over there there's something really beautiful, the Mages Guild.
Mages Guild.
Yashka is encumbered, probably.
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Hello, nice Breton lady.
I'm Moss Alani A. Marion the Breton, Guild Guide. I provide instantaneous transport between various Mages Guild halls on Varden Fell. What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for some specific place? Or for someone in particular?
Okay, for a mage character or a fighter mage like Shiayu, Shiayu is sort of jolly class, jack of all trades, enchanting blade I call it, and she wants to learn these bound weapons spells because they are super useful. And I have also tweaked the bound longbow, so the arrows are having low damage, but they are added automatically, and they can soul trap. So they are not really powerful arrows. They have just 3 points of damage like the iron arrows, but they can soul trap things, and this is very useful because it's not hard to learn and cast the soul trap spell, but this way you just don't bother, and also it works also with some less magical classes. And we also want to learn this one, but I don't know if we have enough money for that. Let's see. Maybe Yashka has some money. She must be
I hope you are
overburdened.
not here to get a boring mage job like brewing potions or sorting books or whatever.
And Yashka is also fun. Do you have any money? Not much. She's overburdened because she took everything on that chest. Maybe I need to tweak the test a little more, because in theory she should have refused to take everything from there. They're not working as expected. But anyway, let's see. We cannot sell much. I don't think I can sell this. Let's try. Oh, and that's an interesting thing that I have not yet to try. There's been a mod made very recently, which is trying to add some sort of centralized containers that you can, in theory, open and use from any other similar containers that you may have or find in some places. And the idea is similar to other mods made for Skyrim and so on. And the idea is not bad, but I'm a little skeptic about it because, well, the modder in his enthusiasm first time uploaded the mod without any script added to that, so it could not work for sure in that way. But lately the modder realized these little things and updated the mod with the proper scripts in theory. The scripts should work in theory. My doubt is only one. So far, all the available mods are doing something similar, using portable containers like bags and like this sacks and so on. This one is the one by CDC Cooley, and there's another one by more recent by Grayton 7 using MWSE prelude version. But basically all these mods work using the script extender, but even using the script extender there's a limit with this kind of mods, in that using some fake containers used to trigger it, the real containers is in a certain interior cell, and you activate that one like it was the sack nearby. This is how this mod works. Problem is, so far all these mods to work still need the player in some way to activate and be present in the same cell where the real containers is. So far these mods can work in two different ways, but doing the same thing sooner or later, which is teleporting the real container to the player or teleporting the player to the room where the real container is. If you don't do this, this mod ceases to work after, I think, the standard 3 days, by which the game sort of forget a lot of information to avoid storing the details and so on. You know, this game is very old. At the time there was not powerful computers, there was not a lot of memory to use, or and so everything for such a big game could count, and they tried to spare well they could avoid using bloating the save and using a lot of memory, and they did it very well for the time. But there are some shortcuts about this, and these kind of mods require you to every time basically you load the game to go and touch these containers for them to work. Okay, this recent mod, from what I understand from the code, doesn't do anything like this. So it could be that the way the equivalent MWSCLU and new commands to activate the real containers work are making this all the way to overcome this limit obsolete, and so the mod could work. But so far I have no evidence of it. I have still to try it. But remember one thing: if you want to test one of these kind of mods, you have to be sure that they work. You have to try and sleep 4 days and check if your items are still stored and are still reachable, because if that mod is not using the usual trick to teleport the player, to require teleporting the player or the real container to the player at each new reload, it may be that it is not so safe to use. I don't know this. Maybe the new NWSC Lua commands are making this no more necessary, but so far I have not seen a mod doing this. And so I didn't test them, and I can't say. So maybe my suggestion is use the mod, try the mod. If it works, very good, go tell the modder. And this is also important for the modder, for the mod author. Test this kind of mod while spending 3 or 4 days doing things, and then check if the mod still works, because it's important, because we are talking about precious player items. So it's important to check if they work as intended. Having said that, I think I will give the mod a try, because I'm using these containers for other reasons also, because they have very practical icons to move things and so on. But a new mod is always welcome, especially if it is a mod that in some way makes the annoying part of activating the containers, dropping them to the floor, no more necessary. I hope so, but still have to try them more. Anyway, I should have another container. Okay. So basically, this is an old mod, adding the containers, and as I just said, I need for it to work to activate my containers like this. So behind the scenes, what happened is with this mod, the player has been teleported to the real cell where the real containers are, and this way the mod can work. But you have to do this once per reload. Okay, so no money here. Let's see the other containers. Ooh, plenty of money here. Wow. Oh, and another important thing that people a lot of times don't notice or don't use. In my opinion, an important setting is to give a little delay in the options for the in the preferences here, the menu help delay. So don't put it at maximum fast speed. Put it about 1/3 position, because this way you will have a very small delay before showing you the tooltip, the hint, and this way you can browse long lists of things in a much faster way. For instance, especially with this mod, it's pretty useful.
Edie's Fire Eye told me to talk to
Because
Drain Thelos about some rats
when
that
we
had
want
infested
to
her house.
scroll the list,
Her house is here
we
in
can do it
Valmora,
very
on
fast
the
without
east
the
side of
hint
town,
to
near the
appear,
river.
and when we stop a little we can see the hint. It's a matter of some fractions of seconds, but it's pretty useful to have this slowed a little. So that setting is really good for this kind of mod, adding some hints and detailed hints like this, because these are made on the fly and it's pretty good this way. So remember, you can tweak the hints speed here. Menu help delay. And okay, we have some money. Let's learn
Salonier Marion the Breton, Guild Guide.
a sword,
I provide instantaneous transport between various mages guild halls on
a sword
Vardenfell.
spell.
What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for some specific place?
For now, we will just buy this spell and talk with Renis
What do you want, associate?
about
Duties.
duties.
I don't have any duties for a associate. Speak with me again when you have proven yourself. Join the Mages Guild. You are already member of the Mages Guild. Ah yes, thank you for reminding me. As a member of the Mages Guild, you will receive your first mage robe. Take good care of it, for you cannot acquire another. However, once you are at least a journeyman, you may visit Fele in Saffronia, who is the guild provisioner located at the Caldera Guild Hall. She can sell you robes focused on each school of magic if you meet certain requirements, which she will explain. Novice robes has been added to your inventory.
Okay, we got the robes.
What's your rank? Are you Ren? No. Sorry. Later, perhaps, when you're higher rank. But not now.
She's not
Little secret.
teaching us anything for
Somebody
now.
said Larius Vero over at Fort Moon Moth is looking for you. Said he wanted to talk to you. Don't know what about. You take a note in your journal under section Larius Vero tells a little story. Member of the Mages Guild. You have already received your novice robes.
Okay, no cheat. Let's see these robes. Ooh, 45 Magica. We have already some pretty nice robes, but these robes are a little magical. So we could use them. These are from the mod by Michael Dark. Pretty nice. We are super encumbered from the money. Oh, and I'm using my gold weight mod for now. I have also some nice settings for it from a special gameplay mod, a personal mod which I'm using, where I can change the weight. But gold weight is a little annoying, so I can put it in some containers. I'll give it to Yashka, she's already encumbered. Still too much weight. Okay, Yashka, let's see if she's taking books like this.
On Morrowind, the Imperial Province by Iramanwi of Sunhold.
So she's over encumbered already.
I hope you're not here to get a boring mage job like brewing potions or
Yeah.
sorting.
So she should not take the books. She doesn't. Okay.
Lives of the Saints. If you would be wise. On Morrowind, the Imperial Province by...
Oh, maybe she needs to
I
follow.
hope you're not here to get a boring mage job like brewing potions. Travel together. Yet? Come with me. You got it.
Just to be sure, let's try another thing. I give her the robe. Okay, not taking it.
I hope you're not here to get a boring mage job like brewing potions or sorting books or whatever.
And then I will drop something because I need to drop something. Well, I have the bound things. Yashka cannot move, can just teleport.
I don't believe I've seen a Breton with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you?
Oh, this is so useful. This one also.
Hello again, Xiaoyu Ren. Hello, friend. I'm Esterdelin. Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it. Or try, anyway. And if it's just a little advice you'd like, that's fine, too. Yes, Breton. Duties. Speak with Ajira.
Okay, let's speak with Ajira. A baby cat.
What brings you to Ajira's shop? Duties. Yes, Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be a journeyman in the Mages Guild, mushrooms. To finish Ajira's report, Ajira needs samples of Luminous Rasula, Violet Caprinus, Bunglar's Bane, and Hypha Fascia. Ajira knows you can find all these on the Bitter Coast. The easiest way is go south along the River Ode until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Get out, Violet Caprinus. Caprinus comes from Bunglar's Bane. Bunglar's Bane grows on Hypha Fascia. Hypha Fascia looks much like Bunglar's Bane, Ode. The Ode is the river.
Okay, let's see. We have lots of ingredients. Maybe we are lucky enough. Okay, so... Well, this probably will be of use sooner or later. This one too. We can hit it. And this. Okay, Luminous Rusula is here. I don't remember if this one can be of use. So bag number 1, bag number 2. Not sure about it, but oh, Hypophasia, Bangas Bay. Maybe this one. We have already this. I think we have all of them.
Ajira asked me to bring her samples of 4 types of mushrooms: Luminous Rasula, Violet Caprinus, Bunglar's Bane, and Hypha Fascia. They may be found in the swamps of the Bitter Coast.
Luminous Violet,
I can get there by following the River Ode
Bungle,
south of Balmora until I see a wooden bridge. After I pass the
Okay. Well, let's try and ask her.
Has Xiaoyu Ren found the mushrooms? Mushrooms. Do you have samples of? Yes, here they are. Yes, these are all good samples. Now Ajira can write the report and be a journeyman of the Mages Guild. Ajira has made potions for you to take in return. Ajira is no great alchemist yet, but Ajira thinks you can use these. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, 4 types of mushrooms. Bungler's Bane has been removed from your inventory. Hyphophagia has been removed from your inventory. Violet Caprinus has been removed from your inventory. Luminous Rasula has been removed from your inventory. Mushrooms. Ajira thanks you again for bringing her the samples. Duties. Yes, Ajira has more duties for Shi'ar Ren. Bet with Galbidur. Ajira made a bet with Galbidur that Ajira would be a journeyman before Galbidur. Now Ajira must study these mushrooms and write a report. Ajira wants you to give Galbidur a fake soul gem. Fake soul gem. Ajira has made a fake soul gem. Take it and put it in Galbidur's desk upstairs. Galbidur should be coming downstairs to talk with Moraine, so no one will see you do this thing. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, Fake Soul Gem. Fake Soul Gem has been added to your inventory.
Speed is good, maybe, but it sounds not so good. But anyway, we have a new classic quest to do. We must plant a fake soul gem. And this is one of the few quests where you have to do things in time. Because Galbidur will not stay forever there. And I remember it was pretty amazing, like the Fagot quest at the time, where we can loot everything. If we are fast enough. And we plant the fake one, while we take the other one.
Origin of the Mages Guild by the
Right. And Galbidur is already coming back, so you must be fast. Poor Yashka is just teleporting around. I have over encumbered her like
Has Shi'ar Ren put the fake
a
soul
shitty
gem
friend.
in Galbidur's desk? Fake soul gem. You have put the gem in the desk as Ajira asked? Ajira thanks you. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, Fake Soul Gem. Bet with Galbidur. Now Ajira will win the bet with Galbidur. Fake Soul Gem. Yes, Ajira thanks. Local Bruise. Yes, Mages Guild. The Mages Guild is dedicated to the preservation and distribution duties. Ajira must now study flowers. Yes, Ajira must study flowers now. Ajira needs samples of gold kennet, stone flower petals, willow anther, and heather. These can all be found on the shores of Lake Amaya. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild. 4 types
Let's
of
try
flowers.
it.
Lake Amaya.
I think we should have all of them.
Does Shi'ar Ren have flowers for Ajira? Flowers.
Not sure about it, but
Do you have the flowers that it... Yes.
that's right.
Here they are.
Yeah.
Yes, these are the flowers that Ajira needs. Ajira has made more potions for you. Ajira hopes that you will use them well. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, 4 types of flowers. Gold cannet has been removed from your inventory. Stone flower petals has been removed from your inventory. Willow anther has been removed from your inventory. Heather has been removed from your inventory.
I need to
6
fix
restore magica cheap has been
also
added to
this
your
thing,
inventory.
how it sounds. Okay, so let's take a note. BC. Fix. Has sound.
Flowers. You already brought them to duties. Ajira is very sorry. Ajira has much work to do on these reports so Ajira can win her bet with Galbidur. Maybe you could fetch a new ceramic bowl. Yes, take these 10 drakes and go find Ajira a ceramic bowl. Ajira thinks Aravir the trader here in Balmora has some. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, ceramic bowl.
Yashka, come here.
I hope you're not here to get a boring mage job like brewing potions or sorting books or whatever.
Yashka, you are our beast of burden.
I cannot think with all these interruptions. Please leave me alone. Bet with Galbidur. Heh, latest rumors. Ajiram made a bet with Galbidur about who would get to the rank of journeyman first. I hope it doesn't end with more flame Atronax in the guild library like last time.
This is costly but pretty useful. Could be nice to have.
Do you need something?
Aravir, trader. Aravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Aravir's famous Daedric weapons.
No.
Ceramic bowl. Yes, Aravir should have a ceramic bowl. What? I see you have some Dwemer art. Aravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Aravir's famous Daedric weapons. I see you have some Dwemer art. Aravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Aravir's famous Daedric weapons. Thank you, please come again. Aravir is the best pawnbroker in Balmora. I sell stuff here all the time. He buys everything.
We can sell some arrows.
Aravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Aravir's famous Daedric
So
weapons.
he's a Khajiit, in theory should buy this thing.
Thank you, please come again.
And we can buy some lollipop for the children.
Ajira must find her stolen reports.
Oh, what happens?
Stolen reports. Ajira needs your help very badly. Galbeater stole Ajira's reports on the properties of local mushrooms and flowers. Ajira knows Galbeater did not leave the Mages Guild, so the reports must be nearby. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, stolen reports. Ceramic bowl. Yes, Ajira needs a ceramic bowl. Did you find one for Ajira? Yes, here it is. Yes, good. This is an very good bowl. But now Ajira must find her stolen reports. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, ceramic bowl. Ceramic bowl has been removed from your inventory. Stolen reports. Have you found Ajira's reports? No, not yet. Ajira asks you to keep looking, then. They cannot be far from here.
And this quest is such renewed by a mod available, which is making the position of these reports random. I think it's a mod by Dana, Merlot, maybe other people done for some modathon, I think. I don't remember exactly, but you find it on Nexus and get it because it makes this quest a new one every time you play it, because they can be hidden very well and it makes finding them much more fun. You must look everywhere. I think there's a way to say it under every nook and cranny. Nah, that would be too easy. This is another thing. Ooh, a secret location of something. Interesting. But we are looking for some place where these reports could be hidden.
There's someone watching. I can tell.
Hadram Grijek writes this, so when he is dead his good idea stays around to be used. Hadram has long success as warrior because has secret weapon, proving Hadram is smarter than enemies.
I think this is a poison recipe.
Hadram first plants arrow into enemy that slows him down. Now Hadram has been
from Morrowind crafting.
Need fresh void salts? Out of Didra hearts? We keep them in stock. Husband snores at night? We have silence potions as well. Nalcaria of Whitehaven. The only shop for potions and rare herbs.
And this is from that wonderful mod called something, but done by Cliff Racer, something like this. Oh, Cliff Wall, sorry. And
Dear Sharn, things are really looking up. My project has taken a huge leap forward. Thank you for believing in my research. Please accept this book as a token of my thanks. You always did like the more esoteric tomes. Your friend, Tarail.
and we already know that things are looking up and the project has really taken a huge leap. He's the guy, Dad from jumping too high with the
The true
scroll.
nature of orcs. Orcs were born during the latter days of the Dawn era.
Okay, but we did not find any scroll. And honestly, I have done this quest with this new...
This journal
Oh.
shows how many animals, creatures, and beasts, common and wild, neither special nor unique, you have killed on your journeys. Dedra,
Interesting.
Atronax.
Interesting, but... I'm looking under curtains.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
They are not easy to find.
Dralison Ithrian has the best prices and the largest inventory in Balmora. Don't bother with those other
Ah, crap. Really hard to find. I don't think they are hidden up there because that is a modded part. So, probably not there. Damn. Where are they hidden? Okay, I don't want to cheat and use some console commands to find them, but they are really hidden very well. Ooh.
Mushrooms of the Bitter Coast. Journeyman report from Ajira. Ajira studies.
They are very well hidden because they have a color which is blending very well with the shadows and so on. Oh, where is Ajira? She's attending some meeting here.
The potions and elixirs in town are right here.
Has Shi'ar Ren found Ajira's stolen reports? Stolen reports. Have you found Ajira's reports? Yes, here they are. Ajira does not see the reports. Bring the reports to Ajira.
Oh, maybe we need to find another one? Oh, that was not Ajira report. Maybe it was a treasure map.
Unholy Dreth. I know. From Sidonin to Balmora by road. From Sidonin, leave the village. I am running low on crab meat, and am able to pay for 5 portions.
Maybe it was just a scroll. Okay. It was not the right one. But finding these things is becoming really a challenge because every time they move somewhere else. I mean, every time you start a new game, obviously. Maybe the right way is to use move the camera right away so you can look from a distance, from different points. Not easy. I think the beds could be a place where it's easy to hide things. I'm not able to find now. Okay. So, pretty interesting. Don't use the mod if you don't have patience, but it's a real new challenge to find out.
Dignity of it all.
Okay, no idea where to look for. Maybe we can look up. I never really found them in an upper position, but you know, random is something. I think the tree.
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
An oath is an oath.
No idea where to look for.
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
Oh well, I will have really to cheat to find these things because I don't have more ideas where to look. Could be hidden hide in some of these. Wooden parts. Oh, here they are.
Flowers of Lake Amaya. Journeyman. Has Shiaru Ren found Ajira? Stolen reports. Have you found Ajira's? Yes, here they are. Ajira sees you have only one report. Ajira must have both her reports to be a journeyman.
Wow, progress. Found one. So I have a feeling we found one below, so the next one I hope will be up, but we can't be sure because location is randomized. crap. Well,
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
I just hope that they are not in a position where one of the character is standing, because that would be really annoying. Maybe they are not in the second floor. Okay, they cannot be so near. We are hungry and tired, but we must find the second one.
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
Oh, I think this is
Mushrooms of the Bitter Coast. Journeyman.
not sure. Maybe the second one is appearing only after you find the first one, because I think I had already
The finest
found one
potions and
there.
elixirs in town are right here.
Anyway, it's been pretty hard.
Shiaryu Ren found Ajira's stolen reports. Have you found Ajira's reports? Yes, here they are. Yes, these are the reports Ajira needs. Ajira thanks you, Shiaryu Ren. Ajira is your friend always. Ajira worked very hard on these potions for you. You take a note in your journal under section Mages Guild, Stolen Reports. Ajira's mushroom report has been removed from your inventory. Ajira's flower report has been removed from your inventory. Fire Shield Superb has been added to your inventory. Frost Shield Superb has been added to your inventory. Stone Flower Petals. Novice ropes. Now that you have found Ajira's stolen reports, Ajira is now a journeyman and has earned her novice robes. The provisioner in Caldera was very kind and gave her a spare. Ajira wishes to give this robe to friend Shiaryu Ren.
Ooh.
Novice robes of alchemy has been added to your inventory. Duties. Ajira knows many secrets, but they are not latest rumors. Ajira minds little secret. Ajira does little advice. Keiji, novice robes. With robes from Ajira, good friend Shiaryu Ren will become latest rumors. Keiji does not do anything.
She is very happy, and we can sell her something, maybe. Okay, nice potion, but we need money.
Thank you. Please come again.
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
And it's 9 PM, time to eat something. Yeah.
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
Yashka. Let's see.
I hope you're not here to get a boring mage job like brewing potions or sorting books or whatever.
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
Ajira knows that Shiaryu Ren is a good friend of Ajira.
So, good friend, can you buy this? Yeah.
Thank you.
And okay, well, let's save here. We will see next time. We have this and this one is better, giving us also little alchemy. And we are ready for new adventures. More or less. Let's store this gear. Okay, I will save here, and as usual, thanks for watching. We have seen some new features added to some mods. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye!